Welcome to episode 1 in building a bag, specifically my bag. I'm going to redo my entire bag this off season in preparation for next season, since I've been cycling stuff in and out of my bag throughout this entire past year. This episode is dedicated to throwing putters. So I've got a stack here that I'm going to go through, try and figure out which one is best for me. Some of these I've thrown before, I've bagged before, and other ones I have new and have not thrown yet. So, starting off from the bottom up, most recently, a Doomsday Discs landmine. I've heard this is a slower EMAC Truth, but is also comparable to about a Berg. Got an MVP spin in this R2 Neutron plastic. I've thrown it before. It's very glidey. It's a little bit understable, but we'll see just how understable it is. Got a Gateway Wizard. I want to see how this does as a throwing putter because I mentioned in a previous video that I don't like putting with Wizards because of the bead on the bottom. So we'll see how it does as a throwing putter. Then another Gateway Disc. We have a Gateway Disc Shaman, pretty neutral flyer that I only bagged for a couple weeks, I think. Then I took it out. Got a Prodigy PA2 in 500 plastic. I putt with PA2s, and I picked this one up a little bit ago because I wanted to see how it would do in a more premium plastic as a throwing putter. And then we've got a Dynamic Discs Guard, very glidey beginner putter. So we'll see how this does, see how flippy it could be as well. And then straight from my bag is a Trash Panda Inner Core. I bagged 2 Inner Cores right now, and they've been a staple of my bag and my favorite throwing putter thus far. So we'll see how it compares to this other stuff I got. So I'm going to try to get them as flat as I can. Okay, I'm going to start with the guard here. Pretty deep putter. Almost feels like I can't power grip it. See how it goes. Can't say I'm the biggest fan of it. Come back. Pretty neutral shot. Wasn't the best out of the hand. Let's move on to this PA2. Oh, very straight. That was a very neutral disc. Let's try the spin. See how flippy this thing is. Much flippier than the other ones so far. Let's try the Shaman, see if this has any sneaky stability to it. Nope. Very understable. Can't say I'm the biggest fan of that one yet. See if the Wizard's got any stability to it. This feels better in the hand. That was a lot of height. But I think that's within like 2 feet. Let's try this landmine. This is a very unique disc, and it is basically flat on the edge. I don't know how similar this will be to the EMAC Truth. All right, well, here goes nothing. Very stable. Probably gave it a little bit too much height. All right, and then the Inner Core from my bag. Oh, super glidey, come back. And that's parked. Absolutely parked. Wizard. That was a really good disc. Oh geez. Right on top of the Shaman. This guard was a really good shot. It's a very straight disc. Can't say I like the deepness of it though. That really sucks. And mine is all the way back here. Gave it too much height. Come back. Nope. A little bit too much. And PA2. Nope. And Wizard right under the basket. I want to say that's like 275. No, probably closer to 250 coming down the hill. Skipping ahead to hole number 4. Normally I wouldn't throw a putter here, but it's a very dead straight shot. You can really test the stability of some of these discs. Try and put this PA2 in a little bit of Anheuser, see how it holds. I mean, it held it, but kind of immediately fought flat. The Shaman, I'm just going to throw. I'll throw with a little bit of hyzer. It seemed to flip over really quickly last time I threw it. That was a little low. Still went a decent ways. It slid for a little bit and it flipped up very nice. I did the same thing with the spin. That also seemed to flip up pretty easily. Oh, low again. Can't tell if that tried to flip up or not. I'm trying to put this wizard on some Annie. Oh, if I can not hit the tree, that'd be kind of nice. I'm actually not going to throw this guard. It's super deep, at least for me. My hands aren't big enough to get all the way around, so we'll throw the inner core instead. We'll just throw it flat, let it turn over, and then come back. I didn't really turn, but it held straight. But it's up there. See how straight this thing is? This dumpster of a lid. Oh, a little bit of hyzer. It glides pretty well though. Alright, wizard first. So I hit the branch there. So we'll just do a little step up. Just try and get it down there. Keep it. Oh. Shaman ended up going farther than the spin. See if we can get this on just a standstill upshot. See how glidey this thing is. Still pretty glidey. Doesn't want to flip at low speeds though. Will the shaman do the same thing? Will you flip at low speed? Oh, not if I do that. The landmine kind of landed behind this tree. Doesn't really have a good shot other than just going straight through. Do I try? Give it a nice forehand. It seems to have some nice stability. That's what we'll do. See if it has that nice stability. Yeah, I'll take that. It is some nice stability. PA2. PA2 went the farthest. Let's try and flex it a little bit. Come back. There we go. Okay, that was a good upshot. Inner core went the farthest. His inner core is super glidey. Just trying nice soft upshot. Get there. Oh, that's a long putt. With that tree, parked the clothespin. The basket's not there, so we just gotta do another upshot. Get there. Okay, that's there. Alright, well, it's closer than I thought it was, but I've got a tree in the way. Oh, had the spin. That wasn't the spin, no. This isn't either. This is an inner core. Nope. That's why it's my throwing putter, not a putting putter. The spin is way over here. I'm probably out of frame now. I'm just kind of loft it in, maybe. Oh, not if I do that. Too much Annie for that thing. One sad thing about snow golf: snow gets stuck under the rims of all your discs. That thing glides more than I think it does. And I hit the band. Do the inner core. Oh, let's go to the landmine now. So I can just do like a little spin putt. There we go. The actual spin. That. There's the spin. And there's the shaman. These are all really good discs. Like all of them. I think maybe understable is not the way to go. But, I mean, still good discs. Good plastic. Just don't like the understable stuff for putters, I guess. Skipping ahead once more to hole number 8. I'm going to start with the spin again. See how much I can get it to turn over. I guess I don't really want it to turn over, but here maybe a little hyzer flip now that the wind's died down. Definitely flipped, but threw it low again. Alright, let's try the PA2. I'm just gonna throw it flat because I kind of need it to fade back on the hill. That was a good shot. It's the hill. It is on the hill. This is much straighter than I thought it would be. It seems very similar to the Wizard. So we'll see how similar it is. Pretty straight, a little bit of hyzer. Got to the bottom of the hill. We'll see. I should be able then to get the inner core to the bottom of the hill at least. Maybe we can get it to the hill, or maybe on the hill. Not if I turn it over like that. It's way up on the hill. I want to try again with that one. Good thing I have a second inner core. I'm going to throw with a little bit of hyzer this time. Too much hyzer. It tried to flip. Last but not least, Doomsday Discs landmine. A little bit of dings on it, but see how far we can actually get this landmine. Ouch. Completely overstepped the T-pad. I got it to the hill though. I guess I'm accomplishing my goal. Showing you guys the life of an amateur disc golfer. That's just what happens sometimes. I slip off the T-pad. And ow, did that hurt, because my knee hit the concrete. But you know what? It's gonna happen. I'm sure you've done it too. Despite throwing low, you don't need all that much power for this hole. So we'll just throw it up there, and we should make that putt. Despite being on a ton of hyzer, second inner core shot was much better than the first one. So now I can just toss it up and make a putt. Despite me slipping off the tee pad, I still got it to the hill. So, I mean, I guess that's a win? I don't know. It had a decent bit of stability to it though. So I don't want to run this because it's just going to go down the hill if I miss. So we'll just do a little soft toss. Get it up there and it's at the basket. And this shot I absolutely hate because I don't think the camera does this hill justice, because it is pretty dang steep. And if you backhand it from here and you miss, you're just going to end up sliding down the entirety of the hill. You almost have to forehand, which is what I'm going to do. But I don't like forehanding putters. So I don't know. Try and not flub it. Or I'll do that and throw it down the hill anyways. And this is just about the danger zone. So do you actually want to run this putt or not? Oh boy. Might as well, right? Well, this didn't roll. This is ideally where you want to be, because even if you run it, you're probably just going to get stuck. Not stuck. You'll land on the hill and then you'll have an easy 3. Yeah. All the way at the bottom again with this dang inner core. And now they're all wet because snow is fun to play in. I'm just kidding. I don't like playing in the snow. Just gotta make sure you take a towel or two. So, what are my thoughts about these discs? We'll start with the ones that I didn't throw. So the Guard. It's a very straight disc. I really like it. You can see that the profile is kind of deep. I take my thumb and put it right underneath. It is almost half of the first knuckle. But I guess that's where it gets its glide from. So very glidey. For me, it is just too deep. I can't feel like I can get a good grip on it sometimes, and I feel like I have to fan grip it. So for that reason, not the Guard. So I'm going to go to the Shaman. I like this plastic. I like this Super Grip Glow plastic from Gateway. However, it's advertised as a 3.3 neg1 and it definitely does flip, and I really like the feel of it. It's very slim. It's got almost the complete opposite of the guard. It is a very thin profile, whereas the guard almost looks like two shamans. So it feels a lot better in the hand. I feel like I can actually grip it. I don't feel like I can control the flip on it. For that reason, not the shaman. R2 Neutron Spin. It's a good disc. I really like the feel of it. I like this R2 Neutron plastic, but it's rounded on the inside, so it feels really good for four-handed shots. However, I do not really forehand putters at all. I'll just grab something a bit more understable for that slot. It does what it says it does. It does spin. And if you're a beginner spin putter looking for something with a little bit of glide, maybe this is a disc for you. It'll pop up on some hyzer. Doesn't really come back all at the end though. Not something I would probably throw all the time though. So for that reason, not the spin. For the Wizard, I showed this Wizard off already in a previous video. This is a special blend Wizard. If I had to have a Wizard in my bag in any plastic, it would be this plastic. I like this disc. It has some nice stability on it as well. Because it is more of a base plastic, I can see it beating in, becoming more flippy. I love the feel of this plastic. I love how it flies. But again, don't think the Wizard is quite for me. Then going to, I guess, the most similar disc to that, this 500 PA2, I like the feel of it. It flies very similar to the Wizard, but without the bead on the bottom. It is slightly more stable than the Wizard, and because it is a premium plastic, it will probably hold up, probably won't really beat in that as much at all. So would probably have to just control the angle, making sure if I want to pop it up on some anhyzer, making sure I do that. So it's a maybe right now. Moving on to the landmine, I like this disc a lot. Still very flat on the edge, very flat on the top, and a pretty deep underside as well for most putters. Kind of comparable to the guard, but it doesn't feel as deep as the guard and is a bit more comfortable in my hand because it feels like I can actually power grip it if I wanted to and try and turn it over. It still has some good stability to it as well, but I do like this disc. It's a very unique disc. I might throw this in my bag for my more stable putter shots, because right now with my inner cores, if I throw it flat, it'll turn a little bit and then come back, whereas this, I don't think it turns as much. I think it's straighter than my inner core is. At least if I want to power on it, I think this will be more stable. I will probably keep bagging an inner core, at least one. If I were to beat in this landmine, it might become almost as flippy as my inner cores, but I don't necessarily want that, which is a good thing in my opinion, because straight out of the box, this is more stable than the inner core. Now, this is not a definite decision. I'm gonna bag an inner core and a landmine, but I think as of right now, these are the two winners of the day, I guess. These were the ones that I liked the most. They feel great in the hand. I like the plastic for both of them. I want to throw the landmine more so I can learn it more, maybe learn some shots that I can do with the landmine that I can't do with the inner core, but that is a project for another day. And next time I see you, I will be throwing mid-ranges.